Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
On 1st and 10, Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. But look now at the starters for the Giants defensively. They played really well in the win last week over the Redskins.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, here's Cousins. Got it complete to Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And an alley to run. 38 yards on the scamper there. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Saquon Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Jones throwing complete here to Tate. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas True Blue on the extra point, and we got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, with the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. He completes it to Tate. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Hey, let's go.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. It's Barkley on the counter. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed him down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they have...
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes...
You throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on 2nd and 3, Cousins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A gain of 6 there on first. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, it's Cousins. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Cousins now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the red zone now, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch.
60 outlaw. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 80 weapons. Fire.
Here's Jones. Off play action. He's got his man. This is Tate. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Jones heading up here 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Throwing Jones, escaping the pressure right. This is caught at the 20. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
First and 10. Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
On first down, Barkley. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Our first half update now from Philadelphia. The Jets out to the early lead. Sam Darnold with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the 41, Jones. And he slings one that's incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go!
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a safety, Ron Parker, there to make the tackle. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
And time to spotlight Golden Tate. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. Jones now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other bats in the league.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Grant Haley in on the stop. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got Rodgers. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. First down. Here's Cousins. Rodgers brings it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him, Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Right here.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Brickstone, Travis. Hey, Foxtrot. Now.
Jones now, operating from the gun. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. One last shot now for Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So for the Giants, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.